Today on the Gold Standard.
They refer to silver, Dave, as poor man's gold. And if gold does well, silver is going to do 2 or 3 times as well.
Wow.
And when you think about the industrial applications for silver, that it's used up a lot, especially compared to gold, that makes the situation even that much more intriguing. But we would also tell anyone out there, if you're looking for diversification, it's good to have a diversified precious metals portfolio where gold and silver and possibly even platinum make up that portfolio. So I would just encourage people to understand that silver's been to $50 twice in its past, Dave. If silver is going to work, it'll probably be $100, $200 an ounce sometime over the next 5 or 10 years. People shouldn't do it for profit potential. They shouldn't do it because they think silver is going to make them rich. They should do it because our dollar is falling apart. Our financial system, who knows what's going to be left after it crashes and implodes. Who knows what our money's going to be worth. Who knows what it's going to buy. And if you're looking for a way to protect yourself in a very simple way, taking some money out of paper and out of your retirement account and converting it to silver is a pretty simple way for you to know that no matter what happens financially, Dave, you're going to have something that's worth something. Silver fits that void.
This is the Gold Standard from Midas Gold Group with Kenneth Russo. Hello, I'm Dave Dino. Welcome to the Gold Standard, your source for secure investment opinion and information on the advantages of purchasing and owning precious metals. Whether you're a novice investor or an experienced collector, this is the program that gives you a realistic weekly perspective on the state of the economy, reliable information about using precious metals such as gold, silver, and platinum to safeguard your wealth, and remarkable details about specific precious metal coins and bullion. Ken Russo is a senior vice president at Midas Gold Group. His peers characterize him as a straight shooter who will work harder for you than anyone else. Ken, it is a pleasure to join you again this week.
Nice to be with you as always, Dave.
Ken, let's start with a quick look at the U.S. economy. I came across an article, and I think you've seen it also this week, with the headline, Morgan Stanley's equities chief sees risk of profit letdowns quickening. What does that tell us about the value of our money?
It just kind of confirms what we've been warning about for the past year, Dave, that the economy will not only slow down, but that earnings from Wall Street will be adversely affected. It only makes sense that they're going to take a dive. And many financial advisors and economists, Dave, expect stocks to drop another 20% minimum this year. I don't know if it's going to be this year or soon, Dave, but 20, 30%. Don't forget the last two recessions that we had, stocks dropped over 50%. Wow. So that would be devastating to many, many retirees, Dave. And that's what we're talking about here. How could we not be financially destroyed over the next few years as the markets and the economy crash, come apart, or eventually are reset? The article also said that the disappointments around corporate America profits could definitely accelerate, Dave. It warned against false hope, another head fake possibly. We saw about 3 of them last year where people were sucked in, thought that we were turning around, expecting a big Fed pivot. Everybody keeps talking about a Fed pivot, a Goldilocks scenario, a safe landing, but earnings are going to be a disappointment eventually everywhere. This is one of the worst streaks in earnings in quite a while, Dave, probably since the financial crisis back in 2007, 2008, when a lot of the earnings deteriorated based on a subprime mortgage crisis, and really the real start of a lot of this exponential money printing that we're seeing today. And many investors are just trusting and listening that things are going to get better. They're hoping things turn around. And as we've talked about many times, Dave, you can't invest and save based on hope. It's not a great investment philosophy at all. It's almost as if Wall Street brokers, Dave, they create mini rallies to keep people invested, only to see those hopes dashed in a following sell-off. It's a cruel game that depletes the value of your cash, but more importantly, your investments and your retirement accounts. It's very relevant. It's very real. And it's right here, folks, right now. But there's still time to do something about it, Dave.
Which brings us to a solution. And our topic today is silver, the overlooked treasure. Ken, we talk mostly exclusively about the value of gold, but silver is a good investment as well. I mean, I have quite a bit of it in my collection. What is it that makes silver a valuable precious metal?
Well, Dave, I mean, like gold, silver has been viewed as a private, tangible form of wealth for a long, long time.
Hmm.
It goes all the way back to the denarius, back to the Roman Empire, which we've talked about in many shows before. But today, in a global financial system, money is paper that's printed by governments out of thin air. That's called our fiat currency, which we've talked about many times. And I'll repeat the warning I've given many, many times, Dave. Every fiat currency in history that has relied heavily on debt and printing money has failed. It's failed, Dave. Since 1913, when the Federal Reserve was created, our dollar, which was worth $1 then, is now worth 3 cents. So once it's worth 2 cents, that means we've lost another 33% of our buying power that's left, and goes to 1 cent. That means that we've lost close to 3/4, of our buying power that's left, and it's going to leave hardly no value in the money that they've invested. So that's what we're really concerned with right now. How does this debt, which is going to approach $1 trillion a year soon for the United States government, and what about unfunded liabilities like Medicare and Social Security, which could be another 1 or 2 trillion? We're talking about $2 or $3 trillion a year, Dave. That's just either interest or some sort of unaccounted expense that has to be dealt with. So, what could we do for our retirement accounts and for our individual cash accounts, our liquid accounts, to protect our buying power? Of course, gold always has an important role to do that, but according to the market right now, when we look at gold versus silver and that ratio, you take the price of gold and you divide it by the price of silver, right now it's still over 80. So that means that if the precious metals do well over the next few years, which we expect, there's a pretty good case that the silver market will outperform gold on a percentage basis. So that's important, but it is more volatile than gold, and it is a lot heavier, and it takes up a lot more space if you're going to store it. So there's pros and cons to everything. But for an investor that's looking to protect some funds right now in a hard, tangible asset that they could hold on to, that's money that possibly could be for bartering, or you can sell it or buy it in smaller increments. There's definitely a case, Dave, that silver should be an important part of that diversified precious metals portfolio.
A reminder here that you are listening to The Gold Standard with Ken Russo from Midas Gold Group, and our topic today is silver, the overlooked treasure. So, Ken, I want to move forward here. Silver has held value to mankind for over 2,500 years, as you have indicated. But there is a new factor, isn't there, driving the future value of this very beautiful precious metal?
Well, that's very true, Dave, and very relevant. Silver right now is referred to more of an industrial precious metal than gold is. Industrial applications have been significantly factored into silver's value for approximately the last 50 years, Dave. It may not be sexy as the beauty of silver coins, but silver is known to engineers and scientists as the best conductor of heat and electricity among all elements known to mankind. Silver is strong, it's malleable, it's ductile, and can endure the most extreme temperatures. So besides crude and besides oil, Dave, silver is the second most widely used industrial commodity out there, which is surprising to a lot of people, which means that a lot of silver, Dave, that's out there is actually used.
Ken, we know that gold is rare, but how about silver? How rare is it?
Well, Dave, I mean, silver exists in virtually every electronic device and every semiconductor ever made. It's also very relevant in electric vehicles. It's essential in manufacturing, water purification, medical industry, dental industry, and the silver demand is rapidly increasing as it's used in every solar panel in existence. But how rare is silver? Let me put it this way. Like we talked about before, silver is the second most consumed industrial element on Earth after oil. Now, think
Wow.
about that, Dave. The world is consuming over 1 billion ounces of silver annually, and miners are only producing about 800 million ounces a year. Mining output, Dave, has been dropping for 3 consecutive years. So the world does not contain enough silver that has been mined or unmined to convert just an eighth of our energy consumption to solar energy.
Hmm.
And as we know, California now mandates solar panels to be installed on new homes, Dave. And I'm sure other states will pass similar mandates sometime in the future.
We're going to continue with our topic, silver, the overlooked treasure, a little bit later in the program, and we'll highlight several other tangible ways to convert your wealth into the security of gold. But first, a reminder that you are listening to The Gold Standard with Ken Russo from Midas Gold Group. And coming up, we're going to take a look at a specific precious metal that you can use to safeguard your wealth. And that's coming up right after this.
Looking ahead, you don't want to get several months into the new year and say, I wish I would have after a stock market meltdown. Sebastian Gorka here. You can start the year by securing the value of your cash reserves and investments, guarding them against what many are predicting will be a brutal year for the value of the dollar and a stock market meltdown. The economic signs are worrisome. I recommend calling Midas Gold Group to safeguard your wealth with the stability of gold. Gold holds its value when economies fail. With stocks and bonds crashing over 20% in 2022, gold has held its value. Those who converted to gold with Midas Gold Group created a hedge against the ravages of inflation. Go to MidasGoldGroup.com, or better yet, call 855-322-GOLD. That's 855-322-GOLD. It's gold you can hold. Call right now, 855-322-GOLD, or go to MidasGoldGroup.com.
And we're back with more of The Gold Standard, brought to you by Midas Gold Group with Ken Russo. I'm Dave Dino, and our topic today is silver, the overlooked treasure. By the way, if you live in the Los Angeles or Phoenix area, you can actually come and visit our local office to meet with us in person. For the address and directions, just log on to our website, MidasGoldGroup.com, M-I-D-A-S, MidasGoldGroup.com. For those of you listening in other cities, just call us directly at 855-322-GOLD, 855-322-GOLD. By the numbers 855-322-4653. Now, it's time for our precious metal spotlight of the week, and today, this is one I've been eager to get to. We're going to talk about the American Silver Eagle. Ken, I'm happy to say that this is a mainstay of my silver coin collection. Tell us about it as you hold one there in your hand.
Well, Dave, I would say that 80 or 90% of the people that we talk to that are interested in learning about silver mention the silver American Eagle. It's been struck by the U.S. Mint, Dave, since 1986 in 999 silver, which is the definition of fine silver, and is an excellent choice for silver collectors. It contains, Dave, 1 full ounce of pure silver with just a hint of copper. It's a large coin, especially compared to some of the other silver coins out there like the maple leaf. It's basically a duplicate of the American Gold Liberty coin, Dave. The obverse side has Weinman's classic Walking Liberty, and the reverse has Mercant's Eagle, which in 2021 was changed to Emily Damstra's wing spread bald eagle design. So there's 2 different versions of the silver American Eagle. And as always, Dave, Midas Gold Group is more than happy to advise prospective buyers on how they can protect their wealth with precious metals. And the silver American Eagle is definitely one of those coins that is right for people who are looking to diversify in precious metals. And in this case, the silver American Eagle is probably the bellwether when it comes to silver and silver coins.
Yeah, I'm glad I have these in my collection as well. Ken, thank you so much. Coming up in a moment, we're going to continue our topic, silver, the overlooked treasure, with Ken Russo from Midas Gold Group, and that's coming up right after this.
2023 is going to be a year of economic upheaval, according to many economists. Sebastian Gorka here. Financial experts are warning of massive layoffs and huge stock market losses, which is why I recommend calling Midas Gold Group to safeguard your wealth with the stability of gold while you can. Gold holds its value when economies fail. Go to MidasGoldGroup.com, or better yet, call 855-322-GOLD. It's gold you can hold. Call 855-322-GOLD.
And we're back with more of the Gold Standard, brought to you by Midas Gold Group with Ken Russo. I'm Dave Dino. Our topic today is silver, the overlooked treasure. As we have been saying, if you live in the Los Angeles or Phoenix area, we encourage you to visit our local office to meet with us in person. For the address and directions, just log on to our website, MidasGoldGroup.com, M-I-D-A-S, MidasGoldGroup.com. And for those of you listening in other cities, you can call us directly, speak with us directly at 855-322-GOLD, 855-322-GOLD. By the numbers 855-322-4653. Now, let's get back to our topic. Ken, we have established the value of industrial silver and of silver coins, but what about silver bars?
Well, definitely a good idea. And why, right, Dave? And then let's go over real quick again for the folks who are listening, possibly even for the first time. Our financial system is on fumes. All they can do is print trillions and trillions of dollars out of thin air. It's going to weaken our dollar. It weakens our purchasing power. Gold and silver is the only form of real money. And that's why we're talking about some different ways to preserve your buying power with physical gold and physical silver. The only ways to own gold and silver. But silver bars, Dave, have the advantage of coming in many sizes, from as small as a fraction of an ounce, which is really small, to as large as 10,000 ounces, which is actually entirely too big. The larger bars are generally not ideal, Dave, for personal storage.
Right.
But bars that are 10 ounces or smaller, 5 ounces, 1 ounces, are generally very easy to sell, very popular for investors. The general global purity standard, Dave, for quality silver bars is 999 purity. Silver bars in an IRA must be at least 99.5% pure. Most bars that Midas Gold Group deals with, Dave, are 999 pure, fine silver. Using the unique serial number, investors can verify the authenticity directly with the manufacturer and be advised, Dave, on any fraud alerts on any serial number. This always allows for easy resale when you sell your silver bars, Dave.
A reminder here, you're listening to the Gold Standard with Ken Russo from Midas Gold Group. And today our topic is silver, the overlooked treasure. Ken, we've spoken of silver coins and silver bars, but there's another form of silver that many collect, what are called numismatic coins. What are those?
Silver coins, Dave, have been mass-produced by governments since the days of the Greeks and the Egyptians. You know, as you can imagine, some of these coins that are still in existence today are still very valuable, although we don't try to make people collectors, Dave, and we don't really deal with any of the 1700 silver coins, very rarely. The most expensive coin ever sold was a silver coin, the 1794 flowing hair silver dollar, which was sold at auction for, believe it or not, $10 million in 2013, Dave.
Wow.
This is actually more than any gold coin has ever sold for anywhere. It just goes to show you what of a high quality that this coin must have been. But some people avidly build collections and buy silver dollars. Sometimes a strategically built rear collection can be resold at larger profits. However, this type of investment is neither, for the beginner or the novice, or for those without significant financial resources, Dave. And like I said, we're not looking for people to become collectors in silver, but those kind of people are out there. And majority of people, though, that we talk to are just looking to diversify their paper assets into gold and into silver, mostly bullion coins. But on occasion, we do have some people that are looking for, say, the peace dollar, or actually the Morgan silver dollar, which I'm sure you probably recognize that name.
I
pretty
do.
much, Dave.
I definitely do. I remember my grandmother actually collected Morgan silver dollars.
Yeah, the most common silver numismatic coin out there, very popular, very numismatic, very collectible. But once again, it depends on the quality of the coin. Most of the coins are probably worth anywhere from $25 to $50 when you're talking about a Morgan silver dollar because of the condition. But there are some out there. If you're in flawless condition, you could have something that could be worth tens of thousands of dollars or
Wow.
hundreds of thousands of dollars, which is pretty common. It will vary on the quality of the coin, Dave. As always, it'll vary on the date, and it could very much vary on the mint mark, which some of the most popular, most valuable Morgan silver dollars coming from Carson City.
And Midas Gold Group has numismatic silver coins?
We do, Dave. Some of them, like I said, are quite rare. We do have Morgan silver dollars that are in very fine or jewelry condition that people use for diversification. They're just owning the Morgan silver dollars in bulk. They're not necessarily looking to own them for numismatic or collectible value. But the trading desk here, they have decades of experience in buying and selling some of the world's most sought after, unique, and valuable numismatic silver coins, as well as bullion coins and bars. If you are looking to upgrade, complete, or sell your silver coin collection, we can provide you with the highest quality of concierge service. We are here, Dave, to provide also the novice investor, somebody who's looking to diversify into gold and silver, especially for this interview this week, with the guidance, education, and reliability and trustfulness that people need in order to avoid big losses in the future. I would say that that's basically what we do in our mission statement, is to provide that assistance and that knowledge to the person who's looking to diversify and to get some money out of the banking system, Dave, and out of the stock market and into gold and into silver. Like this week, it could be silver bars or silver coins, and that could mean a bullion coin like the American Eagle or a numismatic coin like the Morgan silver dollar or the peace dollar.
Ken, let's sum up our time together then. We're just about to the end of our program. Similar to gold, but much more affordable, we're saying that silver, particularly silver coins and bars, offer a safe haven for cash reserves and investments, right?
They refer to silver, Dave, as poor man's gold. And if gold does well, silver is going to do 2 or 3 times as well.
Wow.
And when you think about the industrial applications for silver, that it's used up a lot, especially compared to gold, that makes the situation even that much more intriguing. But we would also tell anyone out there, if you're looking for diversification, it's good to have a diversified precious metals portfolio where gold and silver and possibly even platinum make up that portfolio. So I would just encourage people to understand that silver's been to $50 twice in its past, Dave. If silver is going to work, it'll probably be $100, $200 an ounce sometime over the next 5 or 10 years. People shouldn't do it for profit potential. They shouldn't do it because they think silver is going to make them rich. They should do it because our dollar is falling apart. Our financial system, who knows what's going to be left after it crashes and implodes? Who knows what our money's going to be worth? Who knows what it's going to buy? And if you're looking for a way to protect yourself in a very simple way, taking some money out of paper and out of your retirement account and converting it to silver is a pretty simple way for you to know that no matter what happens financially, Dave, you're going to have something that's worth something. Silver fits that void, Dave.
And that is going to bring us to the end of our time together today here on The Gold Standard with Ken Russo, brought to you by Midas Gold Group. A reminder, opinions given here are not intended to be specific to your investment strategy, but rather general information to give you a better understanding of investing in precious metals. For answers to your questions, call Midas Gold Group at 855-322-GOLD. 855-322-GOLD. By the numbers 855-322-4653. And the website is MidasGoldGroup.com. MIDAS, MidasGoldGroup.com. The Midas Gold Group is proud to be America's #1 veteran-owned gold dealer, supporting veterans' causes with a portion of profits donated to the Wounded Warriors Project and the Semper Fi Fund. So your investment in your future is also an investment of the future of those who have bravely served the cause of freedom. Again, the number to call to speak directly with Midas Gold Group is 855-322-GOLD. Ken, thank you again for your time today.
Be vigilant about your money, Dave. Don't fall asleep at the wheel. That would be the message to everyone out there, and thank you for your time as well.
It's a great message, and you're welcome. I'm Dave Dino. Come and join us again next week at this same time for another edition of The Gold Standard.
The Gold Standard was brought to you by the Midas Gold Group.